Are you sick and tired of the mainstream media, but at the same time you just can't stop reading it? Well, then you're in the right place. Today I'm going to share with you how to do a news detox, why you should do one, and how to become less reliant on mainstream news in general. I'm Julia, and I teach people how to step into their life mission and their power. So if you're into that, make sure to subscribe. I did a 1 month news detox a few months ago. And it's because I found myself every morning waking up, grabbing my phone, and scrolling through the news. And I knew every time that it would lower my mood, lower my vibrations, but I still did it because I was addicted to the news and the drama. So one day I decided I've had enough. I'm going to do a whole month without reading the news. I was amazed what it did to my mood and my productivity throughout the day. Because when you start the day off with reading really fear-based negative articles, it kind of affects the rest of your day. So today I will share with you 5 steps on how to do a news detox. But first of all, why should you even bother doing a news detox? Well, if you have watched my December 21st videos, you know that it wasn't until December 21st, 2020 that we were actually fully grounded on 5D Earth. We are in the age of Aquarius now, but we can choose if we want to be in the 5D or in the 3D. We can choose if we want to lower our vibrations. And that's how they're using the mass media. It's a very effective tool because they know right now in this chaos, we're turning to the media to learn what is going on right here. And that's when they have this chance to really bring down our vibrations so they can really drag us with them. So they can easily control us. And the fact is the elite are not even at the top. There are people above them. I wouldn't call them people because they're not necessarily human, but they feed off fear. So every time you're fearful, every time you've read an article and you just feel like, oh gosh, what is this world? You are feeding them. So the media is trying to tell us to protect us from germs, from infections, right? Staying home. But what we should be protecting is actually our energy. We need to stay really high vibe now. That is how we help the collective wake up, step into their power. That is why doing a news detox or reading the news less often is so powerful. You're not letting the people controlling us drag you down and lower your vibrations. So without further ado, let's get into the 5 steps to doing a news detox. Step 1 is to block your favorite mainstream media sites on your desktop and mobile. Now on desktop, I am using a browser extension called Block Site. And what you do is you put in the sites you want to block, save, and then every time you go to that site, it will be blocked. Now when it comes to mobile, I know for sure that iPhones have a function where you can actually blog websites. I don't know about Android, but I know there are many apps that can do that. So what I've done is I've had my boyfriend put in a PIN code. That means that the only way for me to unlock these sites again is if he put in the PIN code for me. Step number 2 is to not have the phone with you when you're sleeping. So instead, you want to use an alarm clock, like a physical alarm clock. If you don't need an alarm clock, I don't use alarm clocks. You want to replace it by something else. So I'm so used to just picking up my phone and like reading news when I wake up. So what I've done instead is my phone will not be in the room and I will have my Kindle, so my e-reader or a book next to my bed, and I will pick that up instead. Because ideally you want something to replace the phone that you've used every morning with something else. That's the easiest way to get rid of addictions. Just like how a person who wants to quit smoking would replace it with nicotine gum, or instead of going just cold turkey. Step number 3 is to join alt tech platforms. So we have big tech like Amazon, Google, Apple, etc. And then we have alt tech, which is these smaller platforms. And why should you join them? What does this have to do with a news detox? Well, as you may have noticed, we are being censored like never before. If you look up certain keywords and hashtags, you will not find anything, at least not both sides of it. For example, if you search for the injection, You know what I mean? On Instagram, you will now only see positive posts about it. Nothing critical, nothing questioning it or its safety. That will simply be removed. So it's kind of turning Instagram, Facebook, they're all kind of turning into mainstream media. So a controlled form of media. Free speech is slowly dying. And people are noticing this, of course, and are standing up for it and moving to these smaller free speech platforms. So what I've been using recently is Parler. Unfortunately, Apple and Google have removed it from their app store now, and Amazon has taken it out of their cloud, so it's down now, but I'm sure it will be up in a couple of weeks. Telegram is another great social media that is free speech. You don't have to worry about being censored or blocked. And Telegram have lots of lovely, uncensored, woke groups you can join to get some community and learn about what's going on from a non-fearful way. Step number 4 is to, of course, unsubscribe from any newsletter from a mainstream media or an app. If you have any apps, you need to remove them. And if you're subscribing to any newspapers, then of course cancel that subscription too. Step 5 is to subscribe to spiritual influencers. They're doing energy updates. So you can find so many channels like this, not only mine, but Lori Ladd, Ralph Smart, Awaken with JP is just so funny. And the reason why I love these energy updates is because it's taking a step back and seeing the big picture of why that event happened that month, why it seems like there's a lot going on that certain month. It could have been because of for example, in December, there was a conjunction which intensified things. I feel it makes me calm instead of making me stressful like mainstream media does. Do you feel addicted to the news? Or have you not read news in several years? Let me know. I'd love to hear, and let's connect on some alt tech platforms. Have a beautiful day and see you next time.